Hello, World Civilization 106 class. Welcome to week 3. And for real this time, my last video I said it was week 3 and it was actually week 2. So we're in week 3 and if you're watching this announcement, you are already on track to succeed in this class, because as the syllabus stated and was mentioned in the first assignment in the announcement was to cut and paste the 7 things you need to know about this class, which is you have to watch every announcement, and that is going to help you know what to do in this class. And I also mentioned that I don't use the calendar, so that you needed to follow the weekly work objectives. So if you haven't been doing any of that, and this is your first time getting on top of watching an announcement and understanding all of that, then it's okay. It's still in week 3, and you have time to catch up and to do what you need to do. Just know that I've been putting out announcements from day 1 that I've been doing my best to explain to all of you what you need to do. I also mentioned, and I will say again, that do not rely on your phones to do this class. It's okay if you want to look to do a quick check, but especially if the grade does not show up the way that you think it should, and you just get a grade, if I don't give you 100%, I always tell you why you're losing points, and but it's not going to show up on your phone. And I've stated that also since the first announcement, so that should be understood. It should have been understood, but okay, from now on, remember. Also, I think on the phone it doesn't show when there's announcements. So a lot of you, I just want to say, if you're finally watching and you've been just relying on your phone, that is not what's supposed to be happening. Now, if you have some technology issues and you're temporarily stuck only being able to use a phone, then you need to communicate with me and ask me, hey, Mr. Pollock, I saw that I didn't get the proper grade. I don't have a laptop at this moment, but can you tell me what feedback you were giving me? Okay, so you need to be proactive with your academic life. And when things are not right, contact your professor. And with me, what I want you to understand, I will always work with you and do my best to get you out of whatever situation that's not advantageous to you and get you up to speed. So some of you, a lot of you with the Sunday papers, and I've written to some of you, and I have not had feedback from most of you on when I've explained why you got a 0 on your paper. I had an early announcement where I actually spoke about what to do for the Sunday papers, and I actually have an example underneath there for you to read. Now again, if you're not using your laptop, that also maybe wasn't noticed, or I don't know. But you need to have the work cited within the paper, and if you just have a citation within the paper at the beginning and then you have 7 paragraphs and no citations, you're implying that everything underneath those 7 paragraphs, I'm just saying 7 paragraph, could be several, how many paragraphs you have, you made that all, you know all of that yourselves in your own head, or that means you didn't cite, and that's a 0. Okay, so I don't grade that hard on the papers now, but I'm seeing a lot of you kind of having a rough start with the Sunday paper. So here's what I just accomplished for all of you. I removed the Sunday paper coming up for week 3. So that's canceled. What I want you to do is take the time to catch up on any work that you're behind on. If you got a 0 or a score on your last paper that you don't feel good about, use this week to fix it and then turn it into me when it's fixed, because I wrote comments to all of you that did get a 0. Most of you, I just said your paper is mainly fine, but this element here or there is missing. I told you what you need to do to fix it, and then I didn't hear from you. Okay? But I'm actually going to give you time to do that and get full points for the paper. Okay? So I hope that is going to work out for all of you, because I want you to enjoy the class. I want you to feel good about the class, and I want you to learn. But some of you are really thrown off by me not using the calendar. I have my own reasons for that, but listen, we have 2 days a week that I use. I'm consistent, and I've explained this in my other videos. Thursdays and Sundays. And I always tell you, look at the weekly work objectives. And you will see that also this week, you don't have anything due on Thursday. You have until Sunday to do the discussion and the video notes for week 3 in Egypt, the one we're doing on Egypt, ancient Egypt. And so here I am telling this to you in the announcement, putting it in the weekly work objectives. And I'm hoping that this is going to be doubly clear for all of you to help you out on this. So please, 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 don't give up. I want you to hang in there. I will be dropping people soon. If there's no work, or there was one assignment done and nothing else is going on the 25th, I have to drop students. So if you are still not, if a student is actually listening to this announcement and have not been putting work out, this is where you need to start getting work out and contact me immediately. Actually, talk to me first. Because late work is not automatically accepted. But again, when you talk to me and we negotiate, I will work with you. So that's all I want to say on that. I want to make this kind of discussion and my announcement done by this week, because I don't want you all to feel like you're getting, reprimanded or talked down to. You're in college, you're here to learn, and I want us to be able to focus on that. But the grades matter and the instructions matter. So you need to listen to the instructions and do all that, and you're going to be good. Now, again, if you had full points and I didn't say much, you're good. Okay? I mean, full points means you did it all right. Okay? So then you don't have to worry about it. And if you have been struggling, it doesn't mean that you can't all of a sudden get full points. So I just want to say I have many students that start off kind of struggling in my classes. A lot of them drop, and the ones that stay always tell me at the end, Mr. Pollack, actually, this was not that hard, and they have an A, even though they started off kind of and struggling. So, I don't judge anybody on why. We would all have our own personal lives, and so I'm here to work with you. I am only frustrated with those of you who are not listening to my instructions consistently, and that's where my patience will be a little bit. You're going to see that I'm not happy, but when you're trying and you're listening to my instructions, especially, I have your back. And even when you don't, if you struggle to get it together and you get it together, then we're good, and I'm happy, and we move on, and we're moving forward. So that's really all I wanted to say about that. There was a few things I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna have to just not go there. Mainly just dealing with the state of the world and certain things on the news that might depress a lot of you, certain aspects of a lot going on, and I feel like I'd rather give those topics some proper time and sensitivity. But right now, since we're just starting to try to get used to this class, I think it was better for me to just spend the time to help you all know what you need to know, to do what you need to do, and to just do well in my class. And then I just want to remind you that I take mental health serious, and other issues, parental issues. Please just remember and know that I will always be accommodating to any kind of things that are I'm very empathetic. I just need someone to communicate with me if there's an issue. And please, some of you tell me you have accommodations, and then I forget who you are. I have a lot of students. So I'm never going to deliberately sabotage you or to neglect or ignore some of the accommodations. So if you notice that, I hope that you contact me and say, Mr. Pollock, do you remember that I have accommodations? And I'll say, oh, forgive me, right? Like, so I will try to do that for you. So, okay, last thing I'm going to say, we're doing ancient Egypt, and I cover it in a very alternative way. When I say alternative, what it means is I try to show you some aspects of ancient Egypt that you usually don't hear about, that I think are very fascinating, and that will also reconnect you to some other parts of this class later on. For one, the development of Christianity in Egypt. Keep in mind, last thing I'll say, we will do an entire week on Christianity, and we'll even go into more in depth of Christianity later on as it developed in Africa indigenously, not through missionaries, but mainly in Egypt and Ethiopia. I hope that you're all going to just find this very fascinating, and that we can move on and just to the content. And if there's anything that you need, please contact me. We'll be in touch.